Ever wondered how this wall stops tons of soil from crashing down the hill? Well, this is a retaining wall, and today we're breaking it down. A retaining wall is a strong structure that holds back soil on a slope. It prevents landslides, creates flat areas for gardens, driveways, or buildings, and stops erosion, especially in hilly areas. There are a few common types. Gravity walls. They are super heavy, massive concrete, or stone, or both. They resist by their own weight. Great for shorter heights. Gravity retaining walls are the simplest and most traditional type of retaining wall. They rely entirely on their own mass, weight, to resist the lateral pressure. From the soil they're holding back. Advantages of gravity retaining walls. Very simple in design and construction. There's no need for complex rebar calculations or formwork like cantilever walls. Highly durable. They are made of plain concrete, natural stone, or heavy interlocking blocks, which last for decades with minimal maintenance. 3. Aesthetic appeal. They are great for natural-looking landscapes. 4. Good for low to medium heights. They are economical and reliable for up to about 3 to 4 meters high. However, they have some disadvantages. Require a lot of material. They use significantly more concrete or stone than cantilever walls. For the same height, making it expensive for taller structures. Takes up more space. They have a thick base, which means a wider footprint, not ideal for tight sites. 3. Height limit. They are not economical above 4 to 5 meters because they become impractically massive. Cantilever retaining walls. Cantilever retaining walls are one of the most common and efficient types of retaining walls used in construction, especially for medium to taller heights. Unlike simple gravity walls that relied purely on their massive weight, cantilever walls use smart engineering, a reinforced concrete stem, the vertical part, connected to a wide base slab, footing, to cantilever and resist soil pressure with less material. Advantages of cantilever retaining walls. 1. Economical for high walls. They use much less concrete than gravity walls, for walls 3 to 7+ meters tall. 2. Takes up little space. The front side of the wall is slim once built, ideal for tight sites or near property lines. Strong and durable. Reinforced concrete handles high lateral pressures well, with good resistance to overturning, sliding, and bearing failure when properly designed. 4. They do not need external supports, unlike anchored or braced walls. No tiebacks or props are required, so excavation stays open and unobstructed. Limitations of cantilever retaining walls. 1. Requires precise engineering, needs structural calculations for stability, and reinforced concrete design per codes, like ACI or Eurocode. 2. More complex construction, involves formwork, rebar placement, pouring of concrete in stages, and curing. Key design forces involved in a cantilever retaining wall. Some other types of retaining walls. Anchored retaining wall. They typically resist the active soil pressure, forces via an anchor, into the soil, rock, or other resisting material. These anchors provide the forces necessary to resist overturning and sliding. Since the anchors are loaded axially, they can withstand higher loads and provide a pretty efficient use of material, particularly as the concrete stem generally won't need to be as thick. They are also extremely strong designs and more resistant against higher forces where there is less room to work with. Sheet pile retaining wall. Sheet piles with a corrugated shape to increase the bending capacity of the sheet can also be used to retain the active pressure in retaining walls. They are driven into the soil using a rig and provide additional lateral restraint as it is piled deep into the soil. These types of retaining walls are often used as barriers for groundwater flow and in car parks are beneficial in areas that don't have a lot of space for wide barriers. Gabion retaining walls. This involves wire mesh baskets, galvanized or PVC coated, filled with rocks, stones, or rubble, stacked like blocks. They function as gravity walls, but with excellent drainage due to the porous nature. Thanks for watching. Keep your eye for the next episode.